We are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Testing chat. Alright, chat overlay is up. Alright, we're good. Let's see. Last I left off, we did Land's companion quest. Found Windwalk. Beat her really easily. Like ridiculously easily. And then she immediately decided to beg to become a slave. And the options were evil, neutral, and a good option, which was to lecture her about how demon power is bad and how being good is good. I mean, I'm really summarizing, but that's what happened. And, you know, I succeeded on the diplomacy check, and she said, okay, I believe you, and then joins. And that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah.
The best character.
The only other thing I did was I finished upgrading the Faultless Daybreak item. One shield option was needed you to be a war priest in Shield Bash. And the other one just says, like, whenever enemies hit you, something bad happens to them.
So that's what you do.
Sorry, it's whenever they crit.
On you?
Whoever's holding the shield, so yes. Guess I could have given it to Sela, but still. See, the only one I haven't finished talking to Windwalk. Let's see. Looking about cautiously, Windwalk watches the people around her, obviously displeased, but the moment she sees you, a sweet, deeply respectful expression appears on her face. Master, may I tell you again how happy I am that you spared me and allowed me to serve you. I hope you learned your lesson back in the caves. Yes, Master, I put myself entirely in your hands and humbly hope that under your leadership I will be able to gain true power and become worthy of your respect. It is all I dream of. Are you used to your new powers yet? Oh yes, such incredible power. The gifts of demons can't compare to it, just as the demons themselves can't compare to you. I have a few questions for you. I accepted you as my leader and followed you to the surface. I have no secrets from you. Ask me anything, Master. You used to think Hosilla was your leader, but... Hosilla. She was a nobody, and I was never loyal to her. She lacked the true power you have, and I'm only willing to offer my obedience to a true leader. How can I trust your words? Master, you defeated me, grabbed me by the scruff of the neck, and made me face my own weakness. I will remember that lesson forever and will never again dare stand in your way. Please give me a chance to prove it. Allow me to kill 10, 100, 1,000 enemies in your honor. What do you think of life on the surface? The ways of Uplanders seem strange and even silly at times, but if a hero like you, Master, was born among them, I am ready to become one of them and adopt their way of life. Don't you regret the things you've done? All I regret is that I didn't realize your true greatness from the beginning and that I dared to fight against you. Everything is clear to me now. Windowalk nods approvingly. I have to go. I won't waste
life goes on.
I won't waste another moment of your precious time, Master.
Best.
Wow. No, man.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Evil rules!
Probably. Let's see. The only other thing, I think I still need to talk to Woljif after I saved him. I think I did, though. No, I did. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see. I want to know more about you. Say, how much is more? It's like, so your shadow talks now. Yeah, it growls something. The cultist said it was demon language, but I understood everything it said. It told me where Voltio was looking for me. It's quiet now, but I still summon it sometimes anyway. If it says anything useful, I'll tell you right away. Woljif sighs. I keep thinking, how can the moon of the abyss make shadows talk? If that's what it does. I would give it to you to wear, just to check if yours talks too. But, no offense, Chief, I can't trust anyone with my inheritance, not even you. I'll figure it out myself. That's fine. I have to go. Let's talk later. Woljif shrugs. Whatever. You're free to do as you please. Alright. So... Alright, I guess talk to Rushale after she freaked out over the events inside Winter Sun.
All your demons. You betrayed me as you betrayed yourself.
You don't know that. Rushale. Let's see. Rushale looks at you and smiles sadly without saying a word. What are you doing here? Yep, she's just watching people. Tell me about yourself. Anything new? Nope. I'll ask you a personal question, the kind of question I might ask a succubus. Want to talk about sex? Rushale looks you in the eye. Ask me anything. I'll not keep secrets from you. But don't expect to hear anything lighthearted or pleasant. Thank you for being so open. I have to go. That's you. Alright, so, nope, nothing new. Let's see. Can I help you? I need the help of a cleric. That's precisely why I'm here. Alright. First, sell the junk. Sell the cold iron weapons. Sell the 4+1 composite longbows and the cold iron daggers. An agile hand axe. That's cute, but nobody in this party uses hand axes, so just sell it. +1 greatsword, sell that. Heavy mace of fire, sell that. What else? Oh shit, I still haven't equipped the stupid shield? I thought I did. Whenever the enemy confirms a critical hit against this wielder, every enemy in a 30-foot area must pass a fortitude saving throw DC 20 or become blinded for 1d4 rounds and suffer 4d6 positive energy damage. And if they succeed on the saving throw, they negate the blindness and half the damage.
Still take that damage.
Alright, so what do we have? We got, aside from scrolls, she's got a bunch of items I sold her before. Nothing particularly unique, because I sold her all these. Nothing I planned on using. Let me check. Okay, there's the throwing axe of silence. I might want that back. Because when I looked at Windowalk,
yeah.
she had precise shot and point blank shot. but nothing saying longbows. So I gave her 2 +3 hand axes I got from the Chief of Wintersun and gave her a throwing axe build.
Okay. You can have one.
She can have 2. I gave her 2. Let's see. I don't know if the throwing axe of silence is better or worse than either of the 2 she has.
You want to look at that
Yeah.
first?
Thankfully, I can. Frost Embrace, +3. Icy Burst, Frost Weapon. And whenever it hits against a new enemy, they make a fort save DC 24 or become paralyzed for 2 rounds. And then Fixed Obsession. Every time it hits for the round, it deals an additional +1 of force damage. Up to a max of 10. I don't think I can get 10 hits in a single round from one weapon, but okay. Fixed Obsession. And then looking over at the throwing axe of silence, which is also a +3. Yeah, it's also a +3 weapon, but it's not keen like the Fixed Obsession.
Oh.
Although keen doesn't really do much for me because, you know, it doesn't stack with improved critical. And I got improved critical for the other one anyway. So at any rate, this one, whenever it hits an enemy, they take... It's a force save DC 14. And if they fail to save, they lose the ability to cast spells for 1 to 4 rounds. You know what? Never mind. It's not worth it. The DC is too low. Alright.
For silence?
Yeah, for the silence. See, Conman's Ring gives a +5 to perception and trickery. Could give that to a Ruchelet. Cape of Pest Control. Damage reduction 5 against all swarm attacks. Icy Protector. Gives a natural armor bonus if you're using... This is literally strictly for Carmelia. Specialist Belt. Whenever the wearer of this belt uses a scroll or potion, it gives +1 to its caster level. Okay. I don't know who I'm gonna give that to, if anyone. Battle Mage's Headband. Okay, this has a lot to it. So, this headband of intelligence +2 also grants its wearer a +2 enhancement to the charisma score. Don't know who benefits from this, but okay. In addition, whenever the wearer of this headband lands a killing blow with a melee weapon, their next spell becomes empowered as though using the Empower spell feat. And there it is. It's certainly good. I don't know who benefits from it the most. I could give it to, I guess, Ember. She already has a headband that's giving a +2 to intelligence and charisma. But that's it. This one does that plus more. But no, that won't work. This thing says whenever you land a killing blow with a melee weapon. I ain't doing that with Ember. Because of her curse, she has the blackened fingers thing, which is a -4 on.
Yeah, we'll work with Camilla.
Camellia?
Yeah.
I thought she benefited from wisdom.
Also goes for charisma.
Good enough for me. Alright. Then there is, I have one item that's half of it. Half of the pair. Whenever two creatures wearing different halves of this pendant are within 10 feet of each other, each gets a +2 circumstance bonus to attack rolls and armor class.
Ooh.
I'll get that too. No, we'll sell the +3 rings, the 2 +2 wisdom headbands, the 2 +2. Hold on. I have a headband of Mighty Fist, or amulet of Mighty Fist. Let me see. The only thing that I have with the Mighty Fist thing is the horse. I gotta see what the horse has going for it. It has amulet of Mighty Fist +2 already, so yeah. Sell those. +2 cloak. Oh no, sell these rings of protection. +1s. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, aside from that, what other items does she have that I could buy? Icy Protector is useful for Camellia, but that's it. Oh, shit. I can buy more Scriber Scroll kits. Up to 6. Well, I can't afford it. Would be nice to be able to cast 6-level spells, though. But oh well. Diamonds and diamond dust. Oh, hello again, Atrocious. Glad you can make it. As always. I'm not sure what to grab here. I think that's it. Just the amulet and the headgear. Alright. Alright. So the headband, you said it was good with Camellia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll give it to her. She didn't have squat anyway. Alright. Then we sell the half of the pair, or we give the half of the pair to who? I guess Seela and her horse.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, because then I'd have to get rid of his amulet of Mighty Fist.
Do you?
Yeah, they're both amulets. I only have one amulet at a time. Although, okay, so the amulet was a +2 to attack and damage. This will give a +2 to attack and then a +2 to armor class.
That would be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a question of what's better, +2 to damage or +2 to AC. And it's like,
well, we want its defense to be high.
yeah, it might as well have a high defense. Right now it has an armor class of 32 because I have exquisite chain barding equipped to it. So that, including that, so yeah. Milkshake will have a armor class of 34 and CeeLo will run around with an armor class of 32.
Oh, wow.
And then I can still cast Bark Skin on her, so it's not really, she's not really losing out too much. Alright, we're good to go. Okay. Is there anything else I'm forgetting to do? Outcast, Kalesa, that's later. Alright, so there's the final sunsets of winter. Oh yeah, I did all this. Yeah, this is done. Okay, so battered spirits. Wait for the result. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to Erebeth. Demon Heresy. Go to Green Gates. Deal with the magic that's going on there. Blackwater Clan. Right. Missing scouts. Captain Silkai. CERN. Okay, so I'll send them to deal with that. See, there's the Murky Grotto, the treasure of the Midnight Owls. I gotta do something about that, I think. And then we got the Price of Knowledge. Learn the identity of the Mad Half-Elf woman. However, I'm supposed to do that. The thing is spring run dry. Right, right. If I did this. Fern. So commander. Alright, so I gotta go back to Pelora's Fall by talking to the Herald of Iomade. He'll just teleport me there. And then I gotta deal with all the people who asked for help in there. So, let's get them. Let's go back into the Citadel. Deal with everyone's gripes. Then rest. Then I'll talk to the Herald of Iomade. Get the Angel Mythic Path stuff done. And we go from there.
Get your supreme paladins!
Alright. Let's see here. Create a scroll of greater invisibility. Begin. See, if it doesn't sit right with me that killing has become a trait like any other. Hey man, I just heard about a great cobbler that set up shop in town, and an assassin with a great reputation has just moved into my street. That's slang. You probably spoke without thinking, but killing has been a profession for a long time. And it's not just people like me who kill for money, but soldiers, mercenaries, and politicians as well.
How much and what is it worth to?
It just depends on, it's only a matter of paperwork, you see. That's the only difference. You didn't go through the proper channels, that's why it's frowned upon. Alright. Oh, there we go. Erebeth. Today, Erebeth looks unusually lively. Her eyes are shining again, which you haven't seen since the battle for the Lost Chapel. Saluting you, she stands at attention. Commander, forgive me for bothering you with a personal matter, but I just wanted to say how grateful I am to you. During the attack on Dresden, I did not exactly cover myself in glory. You had every reason to throw me out of the army or send me to the condemned. Yet you supported me. You helped me regain my footing and continued the fight. You will not regret this decision, I swear. I will never again let the Crusaders down. Neither by my actions, nor by my words, nor by my thoughts. I will be loyal to the Crusade to the end. Oh my god. The evil options are so messed up.
What, beat her up?
No, evil. Good. I'm sick of listening to you whine. God damn. Alright, lawful. I hope you will show greater self-possession in the future. And obviously, because of who we are here. Good. I'm glad you feel better now. Thank you, Commander. Erebeth smiles. I have conquered my inner demons. Now I can go back to fighting the real kind. And then she walks in with an else. Commander, unexpected reinforcements have arrived. Not from the Queen this time. These are volunteers. The new arrivals are very unusual. They are all Aasimars and all Magi. They have something like a warrior's fellowship or a school. They used to train together, and now they've come here together. They want to join your army to support your celestial blooded kin. Let's see. And you can say, I'd be happy to accept any help from my kin, or say, I'm not sure accepting them in the army would be such a great idea. Is there any other way they can help the crusade? Let's see. The second option gives me finance points. The first option is 3 Magi are recruited to the commander's headquarters. I'm gonna get the Magi. I'd be happy to accept any help from my kin. As you say, Commander. The recruits will be at your disposal shortly. And then, Paralictor Ominos Renth. They approach as if in military formation, in lockstep, arranged so that the tallest, white-haired elf occupies the central position, flanked by the other 2. At the same time, it does not seem as though any of the 3 is the leader. Knight Commander Mendel, we are representatives of the Hell Knights in the no man's land of the Worldwound. Paralictor Ominos Renth from the Order of the Gate, Paralictor Lorena Tai from the Order of the Pike, and Paralictor Garin Diothon from the Order of the Pyre.
That's not all of them.
After introducing themselves, all 3 turn to Regil in unison and give curt nods. I love this game. Just as I was considering retraining, it gives me an item that benefits my current build.
Wow.
Nice. Right. Continue. The elf, Paralictor Ominos Renth, turns his gaze on you. His voice is dry and his speech is fastidiously formal. We have come to officially greet the commander of the Fifth Crusade on behalf of the coalition of the Hell Knight Orders. The Orders have been and remain fundamentally opposed to demons and demon worshippers. We will continue to act in the no man's land of the Worldwound as an allied force to your armies. Welcome our honored allies to Dresden. I would say that, but it's lawful.
Damn.
So I can't. I gotta.
It's not,
I
what,
can't.
you just gotta
Yeah, I
do
can't.
it.
I can't. Yeah, I gotta try. Like, it won't let me always do it. But if I can avoid giving lawful or chaotic answers or evil answers, obviously, I will avoid those 3. So let's see. Are you willing to participate in joint operations? My army needs support. That is not possible at this current moment in time. The Orders are following their own plans. The majority of our forces are deployed far to the west. We are thereby helping you by drawing the attention of the demon armies. Hey, welcome back. I'm Dalt. Alright. Paralictor Durange's decision to hand over part of his force to you or force for you to command was done on his own initiative. But the other orders and even other chapters of the Order of the Godclaw have their own objectives. Is that all you wanted to say? One more thing. Our chapters, together with the troop led by Paralictor Durange, intend to establish an outpost, or rather a fortified transfer point for our operations. We have found suitable ruins from the First Crusade, and we have begun making them fit for habitation. When the outpost is ready, you will be entitled, as our ally, to make use of the facilities for rest and sustenance when you are making forays deeper into the wound. On that, we shall take our leave, Knight Commander. Okay. And with that, we go into the Crusades issues and see what we can do and what we can't do. Someone swarm from weather. Anyone who does not become food. Cursed children. The hell? Demons have been stealing children in Canabras and possessing their bodies so they can get close enough to Crusaders to deliver a dagger strike. The officers are asking how they should proceed when encountering the possessed. Path of the Azada is not available. Hunt down the kidnappers. This is good. Alright. The safety of the soldiers must come first. Oh, saving the children must come first. Is also good. So I can choose either to hunt down the kidnappers or save the children.
Just leave you.
Alright. Let's see. Both. Alright. Activates Hunt the Kidnappers Decree, which adds 1,500 diplomacy points and 60 energy points. Saving the children. Let's see. I
Just
increase
morale.
good. Yeah, I can increase. I increase morale, and then all units receive vulnerable feat. -2 to armor class.
And that's why hunt those motherfuckers.
Yeah. We hunt down the evil. None of these aren't good, so I can choose either one. And I choose to hunt down the kidnappers. Alright. Lan is willing to select the number of fighters who will track down and slay the kidnappers. Should they succeed, the nation will applaud them, and Mendevian clerics will offer a solemn prayer for their protectors. Let's see. So there's nothing else I can do until a day passes. I don't think I have to be in the capital for these to take effect, so I can double down and travel about while these are going on. So like I just said, I'm going to go to the Herald of Iomedae and go back to Pelorus Fall and deal with that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Atrocious, I was kind of expecting you to say it, but I'll ask if you were waiting for me to ask. What item exactly did you find?
Press on.
Like, it's a leading question. It's a leading statement that I guess, like, normally, like, I expect the second half of that to be the explanation of what item it was that helped you. But then the answer never came, and I'm like, what is it? Alright.
A dagger!
Alright, so Wendell, while she's technically one of the party members, I don't need to take her with me right now, so kick her out, grab Ember. The party's as good can be. Let's see. Who would the party consist of if I was trying to be neutral? Aside from who? Ninio and Greybor? They're both neutral.
Well, don't forget about your rogue.
Well, oh, so if we just go for anyone who's like, not, I guess if we don't include full neutral, then yeah. Oh my god, what? What? Oh man, I completely brain freezed. Streets.
And then there's law.
I shouldn't have exited to the world map.
He's lawful neutral.
Oh, the item's called Twisted Temptation, a pair of gloves that slightly amp up my enchantment spells. Oh, all right. All right. Let's see. What's the way? All demons have resistance to some types of energy damage. As far as I've seen, demons had resistance to all types of elemental damage. Unless it's radiant damage, and sometimes they're completely vulnerable to necrotic. Oh, and I just discovered something. Dragon armor sucks. It keeps damaging my tank. Wait, how is dragon armor damage? What?
That's right. Dragon silence sucks.
Wait, dragon armor... Okay, explain how dragon armor is damaging you. I don't know how armor damages anyone. Well, except for somebody who's attacking you.
This is spike armor.
Cause no, I have like when you beat up Staunton Vane, the armor he wears does that. Anytime someone hits you, they take damage. Alright. There's the Hand of the Inheritor. Alright. My watch goes on. Greetings, champion. Want to go to Pelora's Fall.
I will be glad to accompany you. Gather your companions and let us depart.
Oh shit, he has voice lines? Hold on, can I get him to say all the other stuff? I want to ask questions about my mission at Pelora's Fall. Oh, never mind. I'll be pleased to answer. It has elemental aura, which I didn't read up on, and it damages everyone.
Ooh.
Including the wearer? Well, hold on, wait. If you were a Dragonair Scion, though, you would have elemental protection, so you could arguably pick the element that, the aura would be doing damage of. So you could protect yourself from it, technically.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, just cast the protection from energy spell. But I can understand if you don't want to, because it's more of a... Then it makes those spells mandatory as opposed to optional. Tell me about Pelora.
She is an Imperial Lord, a powerful angel, one of our most important allies, and my loyal friend. She is the mistress of the stars, and the mysterious light of the Aurora. Sarkoris was the land where Pelora was revealed with particular fervor, where her most important temples were located. When the demons came to this poor land, the priests and devotees of Pelora accepted the challenge bravely. Many died protecting and healing their friends in the first years of the calamity. This saddened the Shimmering Maiden. Pelora boldly decided to intervene in the affairs of mortals, and used powerful spells to hide her main temple. Even the strongest of demons cannot find it.
So some lines are voiced and some aren't. Okay. Tell me about the temple and the people who live there.
Pelora's Fall was once a great Sarkorian shrine. From the city of Iz and other lands, the burial barges of great chiefs would go there to set off on their last journey into the mighty streams of the Falls. But the temple was famous not only as a final resting place. Pelora is the patron of stargazers. Her servants possess celestial wisdom. In reading the stars, they discover the mysteries and secrets of the world. In times of old, people would seek their counsel on many different matters, and they were respected and honored throughout Sarkoris. Today, Pelura's Fall is not what it once was. 100 years of isolation has placed an unbearable burden on the shoulders of the Stargazers and their guards. But they persevere, despite the hardships. You should meet these people, for you could not hope to find a better example of self-denial and resilience.
Names fall silent for a while and silence says. Alright. I want to know more about Targona and Lario.
Heaven's grief at their loss could not be any greater. Lariel and Targona were daring and merciful in equal measure, and relentless in fighting evil. They called each other brother and sister because one soul was used to create them. Yes, it happens. Sometimes an angel is made of many souls, or the essence of the upper planes. And sometimes, one soul can give life to several supernatural creatures. This was the case with Targona and Lariel. When the world wound opened, they were the first to go to the mortal's aid. Alas, heaven was in extreme upheaval after great Arodin died. When the evil mind of Arilu Vorlesh, paired with the will of cursed Discari, shook the foundations of the world, while the other angels and Imperial Lords were slowly waking up to the disaster that was unfolding by holding councils and getting bogged down in speculation. Targona and Lariel were already fighting demons, leading refugees out of the fallen Sarkoris, and trying to find out what had happened on Golarion and how to deal with it. For what had happened was so monstrous, so extraordinary, that even heaven did not know what to expect next. When Mendev answered the challenge of the Abyss and became the Kingdom of Crusaders, Targona and Lariel shared the hardships and glories of the First Crusade with their mortal comrades. And then they both disappeared. First Lariel, and then his sister immediately after. I was unable to search for them the moment I found out, for the world wound had just reopened and Dresden had fallen. It was a tremendous blow for everyone. By the time I was able to begin the search, the tide of chaos had swept away all traces of them. Only your arrival has shed some light on the sad fate of Lariel.
I want to talk about something else. I shall gladly answer you, mighty champion. But not with a voice actor. But I won't say that with a voice actor. Alright. What do you think of the Sword of Valor? It has changed under the effect of my powers. Says, the herald raises a hand. Do not fret, champion. The great relic given to the world by my lady Iomade will continue to serve you just as it has served all the people before now. The Sword of Valor has not lost its protective properties. It has merely changed its design. Some might call it blasphemous, but not I. For the power that changed the banner's design was given to you by Iomade herself. So that the greatest Crusader relic, the Sword of Valor, is a banner once carried to battle by Iomade herself. It is both a symbol and a powerful artifact which emits an aura that blocks demon powers. However, the banner only works this way in righteous hands. Hidden from the eyes of believers, it loses its properties. Alright. It seems that I caused the Sword of Valor to change. Blood from my wound on my chest fell onto the banner end. That means this mysterious wound is a mark of valor, given to you by my mistress, setting you apart from all the rest, champion. Are you sure this wound is a gift from Iomade? Why did the goddess bestow this wound upon me? Can you heal me? Defy my lady's will? It pains me, but I must refuse you, champion. If you are suffering from this affliction, it must be a part of the inheritor's design. The pain serves to remind you of the path you must take. But jackass. You sure this wound is a gift from Iomedae? No. I could be mistaken and unable to perceive the full truth. The inheritor's thoughts are hidden from me, for I am but her hand. I do not test her will with my doubts, nor crave answers to my questions. I simply trust and serve. But I know that if your body has been harmed by malevolent fiends, my goddess would have extended her mercy to you and healed you. Why did the goddess bestow this wound on me? Because this world is yours, champion, is bleeding. Because this world of yours, champion, is bleeding. And my lady's chosen one carries a crimson mark as a sign of the great suffering borne by mortal kind. The scarlet drops on your breast, they are the blood of all the martyrs and all the innocents. That is how I see it. I have heard you. Do not allow doubt and fear to enter your heart. My lady will not abandon us. Tell me about yourself and your goddess.
Such a liar.
I will gladly answer any questions. What's it like being the herald of a deity? It is a great honor and a great responsibility. The herald is not always the strongest among a deity's servants, but the herald is always one who embodies the key principles of their faith. This means that I am bound to uphold the highest ideals of Iomedae, righteous valor, justice, and honor. This is a tall order even for an angel, but I cannot falter in my duty even slightly. Therein lies my service to the goddess and the thousands of her faithful followers. What does a herald usually do? I serve as the hand and voice of the goddess, carrying out her will and delivering her message. When her radiance has no tasks for me, I am occupied by the same duties as other warriors of heaven. I keep unfailing watch over the goddess's domain. I escort the souls of the faithful to Pharasma's court, and then on to their waiting afterlife. I also watch over the goddess's chosen, and when the opportunity arises, I descend into hell to engage in honest combat with the devils. It allows me to study their tactics. Hell. The plane of hell is the ultimate expression of evil order in the great beyond, of the weak subjugated to serve the strong, of complete obedience and unquestioning faith. Its tortures are not willful and random like the torments of the abyss, or purely sadistic and spiteful like those of Abaddon. Evil and obedience here are honed to a razor's edge in service of a greater purpose, that of bending the will of souls and the very architecture of creation itself to the greater glory of the Lord Asmodeus and his perfect order. Divided into 9 distinct layers, each ruled by an archdevil loyal to Asmodeus. Hell is the home of myriad devils and other evil outsiders, and sadly the final destination for countless mortal souls. Heaven. Heaven is a plane of the outer sphere, a realm of pure righteousness, where the forces of good gather to aid those on less virtuous planes and help unworthy souls find rest. Though inconceivably large, it appears to most viewers as a mountain with a mysteriously floating peak. Heaven's residents see law and goodness as largely the same force. Order is the greatest good, and goodness is the greatest order. They recognize the good intentions of the Azadas of Elysium, but view them as misguided children. Similarly, they oppose the lawful evil forces of hell, but credit them with intelligence and believe that they can at least be reasoned into truces and stalemates, and perhaps even redeemed. But no. See Pharasma, the Lady of Graves, Mother of Souls, Grey Lady. Pharasma is the goddess of birth, death, and prophecy. she shepherds Galarian's recently departed souls to their final reward. Upon death, souls migrate via the River of Souls to Pharasma's boneyard in the outer sphere, which sits atop an impossibly tall spire that pierces the astral plane. She is among the most ancient deities in the multiverse, but keeps her knowledge of the fate of all souls closely guarded. Alright. What is Iomedae like? The herald chuckles softly. No doubt you are hoping to hear a tale of her untold divine might and the awe she elicits in those around her. Yes, this is true of the Inheritor, but it is also true that she seemed much closer and understandable to you than to others, such as myself, for example. Iomedae was born an ordinary person in the cursed lands of Cheliax, and traveled a long road before she became the righteous Queen of Heaven. But she has never forgotten who she was before. I am older than my lady goddess, much older, and still I bow down before her foresight and wisdom. We immortals, who spend much of our time on the outer planes, can sometimes struggle to comprehend the pain, fear, and joy that mortals feel. But not Iomedae. She is as human as she is divine. Why is Heaven's host not aiding the Crusaders? You could have destroyed the World Wound long ago. You cannot imagine how your question fills me with sorrow. My greatest desire since the day the World Wound opened was to come here at the head of a light-bringing army and drive out the legions of darkness, to harry them until they were cowering in the farthest corners of the abyss. But alas, we, the first servants of the gods, are greatly restricted in what we can do. The Crusades are the mortals. The Crusades are the mortals' battle for their own world. If I bring angelic forces here, it will become a war between heaven and the abyss. Waves of power, magic incinerating everything within sight, armies of celestials and demons fighting in every corner of this world. The consequences will be horrific. But remember, everything you have seen up to now has been the work of only 2 demon lords, Discari and Baphomet. But in the abyss, there are dozens of creatures with similar power. They are disunited and despise one another almost as much as they despise all that is light and righteous. But be sure that they will not miss a chance to sink their teeth into heaven's throat. If all the demon lords marched into Galarian, it would be the stuff of nightmares. And it cannot be allowed to become a reality. If you can't interfere in the course of the crusade, why are you helping me? There's permissible interference, and then there's crossing the line. I was permitted to create the ward stones and gift them to the Crusaders, to offer my advice, and from time to time even appear on the battlefield myself to accompany several allies. This does not stray beyond the bounds of the mortals' war. I could have been summoned with equal success by a faithful cleric. But the appearance here of heaven's multitudinous host in full force is another matter entirely. Alas, for now I can only offer you this, my presence and a small troop of my loyal soldiers. Thank you for your answers. I am here to illuminate you, champion. I want to talk to you about angels. You have my full attention. How are angels made? Like other supernatural beings, we most often, though not always, are born from the souls of mortals. You must be aware of the grand laws governing the cycle of life and birth and death. After Pharasma's court, each mortal soul receives their merited afterlife. Hell and the abyss, heaven and Elysium, each soul goes to the plane that called to them in life. But when they arrive at their destination, a different fate awaits each soul. Where evil reigns supreme, souls typically become commodities or prey, and a scant few are reborn as wicked fiends. In the plains of good, souls are destined for peaceful rest or great deeds in a new guise. Such is the lot of angels. We are born from the souls of noble mortals. One soul or several, it can vary. Sometimes the gods can also create angels out of the essence of their plane, but this essence also contains fragments of good souls. What is the difference between angels and mortals? That is a question for sages and philosophers to debate. I am just a simple warrior. The Hand of the Inheritor's voice sounds cheerful, but becomes increasingly solemn as he continues. Although many supernatural beings are born from the souls of mortals, we are not mortals. We are cut from the cloth of the plane from which we originate. We are an idea made flesh. Many things mortals care deeply about mean nothing to us, such as time, for instance, or gender. Only a few of my kind see themselves as male or female. For the majority of angels, these words are meaningless. We can communicate with any creature without learning their language, and we do not freeze in even the most terrible frost. We are different. But we will never look down on mortals because of that, and we will never, ever stop praying for you, or protecting you. In Canabris, I touched the ward stone, and I saw the angels trapped inside. The Herald of Iomedae gives a sigh beneath his helmet. It was a heavy decision for all of us. The mistress sent out a call to take a stand against the demons, and many angels of heaven answered it. We chose the noblest and bravest from among those who volunteered to sacrifice their freedom for the sake of Golarion. And we locked their souls inside the ward stones. They were fated to stand guard there, inside the cold depths of stone, pitting their unbending will against creeping demonic corruption. And the game crashed. Oh, never mind, it didn't. But alas, the goddess and I failed to account for the weakness that lurks even in the best of us. Time has not been kind to my brothers and sisters. Despair has taken root in their souls, forcing them to act against their goddess and their calling. Thank you for finding a way to preserve the wardstone, despite the fact that many of my brothers and sisters inside abandoned their vigil. I do not condemn them. I do not know if I could have withstood the demonic corruption if I had been in their place. The herald shakes his head despondently. Thank you. I've found out everything I wanted to know. It has been a pleasure speaking with you, champion. Can you tell me anything about my power? I'm afraid not. Even I am not privy to all the workings of my radiant mistress. I believe that she has chosen you, and I know that she watches over her chosen ones most attentively. She does not lead mortals by the hand, but allows them to prove themselves, to prove that they are worthy of her divine mercy. Almost as soon as I met you, I felt that I had gained a long-lost brother. The flame of heaven burns so brightly within you, it is impossible to miss it. While Iomedae was still mortal, she underwent the test of the Starstone and gained her godhood. It may well be that you are experiencing a similar trial, at the end of which you will gain true righteousness and power. I have to go. Farewell. Iomedae's light be with you. Alright. The game's been like jittering up a bit, so I'm gonna save just before the game crashes. So save. Saving. Don't crash here. Okay, game saved. Alright, we're good. Alright, the game can crash and I won't really care. I want to go to Pelora's
I will
Fall.
be glad to accompany you. Gather your companions and let us depart.
Man, you can never tell when he's going to actually speak. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're back in it. Center guard. Alright. Go. Alright, keep you safe. Alright. If I dealt. Alright, so. There's a couple of celestials. Alejandra. Can I help you? Thank you for your time. Good luck to you. Do not hesitate to contact me if you need anything. You can also rest in the guard room when you are tired. Do not worry, Commander. The corruption of the Abyss cannot reach you here. Our temple is built on holy ground beneath the stars of Pelora. Oh wait, the Hand of the Inheritor. You need anything new? Nope. Alright. That's gonna help.
I will guide us.
Alright. So, several of the stargazers here had issues they wanted me to help out with. History. Okay. So, if I check the quest lines, click here. No. So, down to the mythic quest. There's the quest saying the spring ran dry. So I'm supposed to talk to one of the shrine guards and see what's going on with him. Although I think I already did one of these. Maybe it just didn't save my progress. Which would be bad. Boris Fall Guard. Concerned guard. You know. No, I'm pretty sure I talked to this guy already. Maybe it's just a glitch. But like I already did one of these, which was to talk to... I talked to a concerned guard about an issue. He thought there was a spy, but it turns out it was just two people trying to be secret lovers. Let me see. I want to talk to you about the stargazers, Vistari and Christri. Eliandra looks up and sighs. Vistari and Christri, my dear rebels. You must think I am harsh for enforcing such strict rules here in the temple, but such measures are necessary when you live through decades of isolation in such a small community, shut off from the rest of the world. Love and all the jealousy, discord, quarrels, and breakups that go along with it could result in genuine disaster. Vistari and Christri are the living embodiment of such a disaster. I love them with all my heart, like they are my own children. However, before the temple was hidden 100 years ago, they could have 5 quarrels and 6 reconciliations, all between one moonrise and the next. At other times, they would go a month without talking to one another. That created quite a problem, since stargazers are supposed to share their observations and research. This carried on for years until, after a particularly public fracas, I decided to forbid all romantic relationships in the temple. It was an impulsive decision, I admit, but it was not made without reason. I was trying to maintain peace in our community, and I was also concerned for the feelings of others. Many of those you see here, Auden, Teriel, and even Kater himself, parted with their families for the sake of our mission. It is unfair for them to be the only ones so painfully deprived, so that is why love and relationships are now forbidden in the community. And as you can see, the rules are largely the result of Vestari and Christry's own actions. And then obviously I choose the good option, which is Diplomacy 27. So I need a 5 or higher for this to work. Here's hoping. You've lived here for many years. You've become a family. Does a family reward love with punishment? Vestari and Christy have loved each other for a long time. It's not just a sudden whim. They deserve your acceptance. Oh, okay, I got it. I got an 18, sweet. Alright. Eliandra is silent for a long time. I'm afraid this decision will be the most difficult for Auden, Teriel, and the others who have lost their families. It may also cause chaos in the future, but perhaps you are right. We should not try to thwart the desires of the heart. I will inform the community about the changes to the rules. Alright. Let's see. Thanks for your time. Alright. And then we talked. So I guess I didn't talk to her about it. Talk to Christy again. Okay. Christy and Vestari stand together, showing a unified front. They are not holding hands, but you can feel the unbreakable bond between them. I told Eliandra about everything. She won't stand in your way. Eliandra agreed to change the rules? For us? That doesn't sound like her. But I guess we have all changed over the years. Thank you. We will never forget the kindness you and the High Priestess have shown us. The defiance fades from Christy's eyes. I don't know how you convinced her, but I think you've worked a miracle. I guess Eliandra really does care about us. I admit I was wrong. Thank you. Damn it, I forgot about Playful Darkness. What is Playful Darkness? I have no idea what Playful Darkness is. Right. Aren't you afraid of being seen together? I thought if the truth came out, I'd die of terror, but for some reason, I feel braver than ever. Christy looks at him tenderly. We are meant for one another. Our destiny has been written in the stars, and they were never wrong. You don't want to know. I don't want to know what Playful Darkness is. I mean, alright, man. I'll take your word for it. Alright, I have to go. May Pelora keep you safe. I am so glad that the stars have led you here. The stars help those who help themselves. Oh boy. Ain't that a lie?
Starlight work.
Ain't that just a line of complete originality that just shows great insight to the developers who used it. Okay. Let's see. There's been no betrayal. This was all just a misunderstanding. The guard looks relieved. There wasn't? Whew, that's a load off my mind. Over the years, we've become a family here. If there truly was a traitor in the temple, well, it would change our lives forever. Thank you for the good news. I have to go. May Pelora keep you safe. Alright.
I will guide us.
So that's one down. And there's 3 more to go. Gotta talk to Teriel, Ragnard, and Auden. So we got Regnard right here. What's this? Rack filled with what looks to be ancient Sarkorian weapons. And here's one of those ancient Sarkorian weapons. Funerary dagger of Aragal the Saint. Okay. Info. Funerary dagger of a Sarkorian chieftain. The hilt bears the following epitaph. I am the mighty chief Aragal the Saint. I fought like a dragon on behalf of my clan, but in the end I left the world behind and devoted myself to Pelora. Cool, I'm taking it. Alright. Regnard. Okay. A pale young man is staring at you. Incredible. I didn't think anyone could find this place. This is... You are a gift from heaven. Oh, I mean, forgive my rudeness. I am Regnard, a stargazer. I'm very pleased to meet you. I think you might be the only one who can help me. Like, why am I the only one who can help you? The undead roam near the entrance to our caves. They were once great warriors, but now they're just corpses, raised to undeath through some foul ritual. I've become very interested in one of them. You see, I study the history of Sarkoris. Legend tells of a great ruler named Elberge. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. Who was buried with his mighty sword, the Rage of Ice. Of course, most people think it's just a myth. But when the guards told me they defeated an undead that was wearing ancient armor and wielding an ornate sword, I almost lost my mind. The guards don't want to get near the corpse again, even if he really is dead this time. But maybe you could bring me the Rage of Ice? Just think, we could prove that Alberge, the Master of Is, really existed. It'd be a breakthrough in historical research. Are you so far behind me now? I'm already in the fame. Well, good for you, Atrocious! I don't really speedrun all that much. So, that's how. Okay. Alright, I'll bring you the sword. Regnard's face lights up. I don't know how to thank you. A young man such as yourself must find it difficult to be stuck in one place for so long. Regnard shakes his head sadly. A young man, you say? I've long forgotten how old I really am. By Pelora's grace, my body does not age, but my soul feels dry, as if I'm nothing more than an empty husk. I used to admire the stars, but now all I see are a collection of dim lights in the sky. I know their paths by heart, but... He stops abruptly. But you're probably not interested in all that. Why do you have so many weapons? I collect ancient Sarkorian artifacts and study their history. We all find ways to escape the monotony of life in this temple. If we didn't, I think we'd lose our minds. Anyway, this is what I do. Thanks to Cabreri's cultists, there's plenty of material for me to study, though it's somewhat lacking in variety. Tell me about the atrocities committed by Cabreri's cultists. Regnard sighs. You must have seen them. When the demons realized that the inhabitants of Iz were fleeing down the river, cultists of Cabreri, Lord of Ghouls, disturbed the slumber of the noble chieftains who were sent to their rest in the lake near the temple. The chieftains sailed on ornate barges to Pelora's temple, and they were sent onto the waterfall. The waterfall is all dried up now, of course, but at the time, it was part of the ritual ceremony. When they went on their final journey, the chieftains were dressed in their best armor, and their most prized weapons were placed at their side. They were also given a ritual dagger with an epitaph on its hilt. According to the legends, the great chieftains were just sleeping, and they would awaken whenever Sarkoris was threatened. Ragnar chuckled sadly. The legends were true in a manner of speaking. They woke up, and thanks to the demons, they destroyed everyone who stood in their way. They still can't rest in peace, although the cultists have long since abandoned these lands. Luckily, the undead kill demons too, so in some strange way, I suppose our ancestors are protecting us. I have to go. Must be nice to have somewhere to go. Alright, wow.
Let us press on.
So, bring the legendary sword to Ragnar. Alright. Should be easy enough to pull off. We'll go to the exit. The starry sky is miraculously reflected in the surface of the water. The mirrored image is a perfect reproduction of the real thing, allowing you to see the smallest details. Neat. Go to the door. Land Azada. I yearn to be in the palaces of Lady Pelora. I long to fly again to see my brothers and sisters, to be free. Yeah, nice sky.
Can't hide from me.
Old Sarkorian book. What's here? A set of tables filled with astronomical data and observations about the world. Knowledge world check over here. I'll save to make sure I can get it right.
Oh, well, that happened.
Right. It failed, but not to worry. We have all the power of time travel in the world. Continue on. Okay, let's try this again. Before I even bother, what's the difficulty on this? 29. Alright. So with a plus 14, she'd need a 15 or higher. Right, here's what I'll do. Remove this item from you. Give it to Sela.
Together we stand.
Use this knowledge world. There it is.
It's just not my lucky day.
You needed a 10 and you rolled an 8. Come on. Work with me a little. Alright. Let's save now. Okay, let's save now that
I will help where I
You
can.
got your angels?
no, I'm just trying to get a knowledge world check passed.
Damn! It's just not my lucky day.
There's no such thing. You might get a 5 now, but with enough lows, you may roll a 10.
Nah, he's gonna get another 18.
Technically, she has a... When I do this, she has a plus 19 bonus, so it's impossible.
You can always roll a 1.
I will help where I can.
Come on. Maybe, but not this time.
This was simple enough.
Yeah! Alright. The tomes are filled with ephemerides, data about the movement of the celestial bodies. The data seems to have been gathered over the centuries.
Godspeed.
Right, let's see. Stargazer. Yeah, they don't have anything. Greetings, brother. It is surprising to see the soul of a mortal shine so brightly. Right. Nedaloth. A dark-haired woman is absorbed in sketching an assortment of dagger blades lying on the ground before her. The thick sketchbooks beside her are also filled with drawings of weapons. Suddenly aware that she is being watched, the woman looks up from her work with an exclamation of surprise. Oh, a visitor in the temple. Your weaponry is so interesting. Ah, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Nidalav, a priestess of Pelora, mistress of the fall of the stars and farewells. What can you tell me about this place? Nothing that you couldn't learn from others. This is an ancient temple, one of the most sacred in all Sarkoris. After the wound opened, it turned into a secret enclave of resistance. Of course, we don't fight the demons directly, but our knowledge will help us to defeat them someday, once and for all. Who better to take up such a burden than us? Of course, we did not expect Lady Pelora to prolong our mortal lives, but I am glad of her gift.
What?
I would gaze at the stars for another 100, even another 200 years, if it would help us succeed in our mission. What are you drawing? By a stroke of luck, I came across some blades belonging to ritual daggers. They were just lying in a box in some dusty corner. Just imagine, Sarkorian art stored away in the temple and then forgotten. So this is what I do in my spare time. I gather the items that once made our nation famous and make sketches, and whatever I cannot find, I draw from memory. During the first 20 years of our imprisonment, I sketched our traditional clothing and adornments. I tried to account for all the clans, even those that had perished or disappeared before the opening of the World Moon. Luckily, items from all across our course are stored in our temple. They were once brought as gifts or for the funeral rites of the chieftains. Then I switched to cookware, and then to wood carvings. The wood carvings took me almost half a century, since that was one of the main art forms practiced in Sarkoris. Now I have moved on to weapons. When I'm finished, it will be the most complete collection of sketches on the subject of Sarkorian art. At the very least, these items will be preserved on paper, if nothing else. And lo, it is finally time, Act 4. How I have waited for this day. Good on ya. Me, I'm gonna take my time because I'm supposed to get like all the
Companions quest.
not just the companion quests. I'm supposed to get all the crusade ranks. That's it. The crusade ranks up to 5. And I'm nowhere near that. I found an unusual dagger on an undead corpse not far from the temple. Nedalev's eyes light up. Oh, I recognize the workmanship. Daggers like this tell the story of our great pride and great sorrow. Did you know this temple used to be the gate through which the Sarkorian chieftains passed into eternity? When the rivers flowed with water, barges would depart from Iz, carrying the bodies of the deceased chieftains. Once the bodies had arrived here, and the proper rituals were observed, the dead were sent on their final journey. The burial barge would be set on fire, and the chieftains would set off on their last journey aboard the flaming vessel. I myself performed such rites for 2 chieftains. But the world wound did not spare our sacred waterfall or our dead. When the water began to dry up, the cultists of Cabriri turned the bodies of the chieftains into undead. We sheltered behind the walls of our temple, all the while knowing that our noble chieftains had been made into monsters. They roamed the area, killing the refugees who were trying to flee the dying Sarkoris. What an ignominious end. Nidalov's voice sounds more angry than sad. Forgive me, this wound has not yet healed, and likely never will. But if you can, bring peace to our chieftains, and bring me their weapons. At least 21 of the monsters raised by these cultists will still remain. What can you tell me about your leaders, Alejandra and Kater? One ceremonial daggers. They certainly know how to make an impression, don't they? They are as indifferent as day is to night, but that is their strength, and therefore ours as well. Kater is our protector. He is a rock, an anchor against the storm, holding fast against the tide of demon hordes. Alejandra is our guiding star. She has been our leader to others since childhood, and I should know. I followed her here to the temple. I have to go.
Let us press on.
Alright. Yes, I should talk to all of them.
We march ahead.
There 85% chance to succeed, which means there's a 15% chance to fail, which is for me is more like 100.
I finished here.
Okay.
Is
never
there
mind.
more?
We got it. Alright, so I think the exit would be over here. But before I start exiting, I think I'll talk to Auden and Teriel. see what we got. A table is set with bowls of unappetizing conjured food and glasses of water. It is clearly intended to be a feast, though it is rather austere affair. Parcels wrapped in parchment and tied with string. Perhaps they are meant to be gifts. Talk to Auden. The dwarf looks critically at the table that's been set for a feast. There. Plates, cutlery, still no nice cups, though. Just have to wrap the present and... The dwarf notices you and gives you a friendly smile. We finally have guests in our quiet abode. Please come in, have a glass of water. Unfortunately, there's nothing else I can offer you, but our water is of the very purest quality. I'm Auden, by the way, Stargazer, at your service. What's the occasion? My daughter, Ranhild, turns 125 today. Such an important date calls for an important gift, but where could I get such a present? Well, luckily there's soft stone in the local caves, and I've carved her a clasp for a cloak. Came out all right, I think. Of course, when we complete our star vigil, I'll get her something better. It seems like only yesterday she was running around in her little shift, asking me to toss her in the air, and now 125. How time flies. Where's the guest of honor? Auden wilts slightly. Truth be told, I don't know. I can only hope she is in a safe place with her mother and aunts. Do you see the packages in the corner? Those are all the gifts I never had a chance to give her. I suppose she's outgrown most of them. But what if I'm a grandpa now, eh? My grandchildren could have them. I wish I knew for sure. Auden pauses to think. Wait, you're from Dresden. You must know about Wintersun Village. Oh shit. There was a temple of Gorum there 100 years ago. Maybe it's still there. I know that the priests of Gorum were hiding my family and other refugees when the invasion began. Please, go to the temple and search for anything or anyone that might provide answers about what happened to my family.
Okay.
Even if the truth is bitter, I want to know. I can't remain in blissful ignorance forever. Very well, I will find your daughter. You're putting aside your own important affairs just to help me. I don't know how to thank you. Auden gives you a small package. It's been carefully wrapped in a parchment and tied neatly with a string. If you find Ranhild, please give this to her. Let her know that her daddy always remembers her birthday, and to give her all my love and good wishes. Present for Ranhild. Pure water is very rare in the wound. Do not underestimate its value. Of course. But from time to time, something stronger wouldn't hurt, eh? Auden chuckles good-naturedly. But we have strict rules about such things. A stargazer can't be seeing double, can he? I have to go. Go and fear nothing. The stars will be your guide. Alright. These. Tyrael. An elf stargazer is studying a pile of parchments. His appearance is disheveled and his attention seems to be entirely focused on the calculations in front of him. And again, I knew it. That confirms everything. When the elf notices your presence, he looks up from his work. The commander of Dresden, incredible. I never thought I'd hear those words. My name is Tyrael, and I am the Stargazer. Tell me this, Commander. You make the rules in Dresden, but do you also abide by them? I choose the good option. Yes, as the commander, I must set an example for my soldiers. Tyrael looks at you in disbelief. Such noble words! It's been a long time since I've seen a leader who doesn't think they are above the rules. You must know the person I'm talking about, of course. Kater. Are you trying to accuse Kater of something? I've known him for ages. Trust me, we were close friends for a long time. He certainly knows how to make a good impression, but if you look beyond his fake exterior, you'll begin to see his true nature. Teriel points to the parchments, which are filled with columns of strange digits and symbols. Look for yourself, it's obvious. A week ago it was the stone tree. 3 months ago it was the outskirts of Wintersun, and 20 years ago it was outside of Dresden. 50 years ago it was Iz, and finally 70 years ago the stone tree. I assume he is visiting someone, most likely a woman. Teriel glances at you and frowns. Ah yes, forgive me. I haven't spoken to anyone about this for a while. To me this is clear as day, but I can understand how you might find my calculations confusing. The stars tell me about Kater's movements, and I can assure you sometimes he goes to places that are not filled with demons and cultists, but with wine and women. Take Dresden, for example. You see, Kater has forbidden everyone who remained in the temple from seeing their family. He says it is dangerous and that we must keep the secret of our lair. The elf's lips curl with distaste. But for some reason, this rule doesn't apply to him. We all vow to stay within these walls and fulfill our duty, yet he gets to leave the temple whenever he wants. So what is he up to out there? I'd bet my life that he's going to see his wife, Ymiris. Or some other woman. What other reason could he have to go to the stone tree? Dresden was still under the control of demons 20 years ago. If you'd really been keeping an eye on Kater, you would know that. Teriel considers this. You're right. I keep forgetting about what happened to Dresden. It's hard to remember everything. But on one thing, I am absolutely clear. Kater went to the stone tree 70 years ago, and I know that because we haven't spoken since then. A shadow falls across Teriel's face, but his sadness quickly gives way to anger. Well, of course I have no need to keep track of his comings and goings. Why would I, when I don't speak to him? But when he's been away for a long time, Alejandra asks me to check on him to make sure he's still alive. That's why I have these calculations. So you see, it's nothing personal. I simply want what's best for the temple. What is the stone tree? It's a tall tree, withered and petrified even before the demons invaded. For some reason, it remains standing. It's supposed to be a sacred place they used to hold celebrations and weddings there. Ymiris and Kater got married there too, you know? So it all makes sense. Okay. Why don't you tell Alejandra that Kater is breaking the rules? Do you really think she'd believe me? She trusts Kater more than any of us. She and Kater agree on everything. She'll always take his side. Alright, I'll find out where Kater goes. Teriel nods in satisfaction. Excellent. He definitely stopped at the stone tree. I wouldn't be surprised if he's cozying up to some beauty from Wintersun in a cave somewhere. He's probably feasting with her and laughing at us fools for trusting him. I have to go. May Pelora keep you safe. Now where did I put my quill? Okay. Alright. Save. So a lot of these are involving Wintersun. But one of these involves just hunting down all the undead that are standing outside. Fanatic Devas. Oh, there's Kater. Kater's gaze is clear and direct as he greets you. I'm listening. Tell me about Sarkoris. I would rather not answer that question. Kater winces and then adds apologetically, I'm sorry. That was rude. It's just, not many can boast that their country has been wiped off the face of Golarion. Not conquered, not decimated, but wiped out, along with all of its people, cities, forests, and rivers. And I watched it happen with my own eyes. I don't want to remember what everything was like before. Do you know anything about Aurilu Vorlesh and the opening of the World Wound? May that witch be damned for all eternity along with her progeny, if she has any. Yes, I know about her, though not much. There was no respect for arcane magic in Sarkoris, and there were reasons for our distrust. Divine spellcasters always have someone above them, someone who can control them. A dishonorable priest or a paladin will lose their power immediately. Even with the priest of an evil god, an enemy, you still always know who they are and what to expect from them. But there is no higher authority for wizards. Nothing limits their might or their experiments with the very essence of the world. Our elders tried to control this chaos as best they could, but they did not wish to be harsh. They didn't execute offenders on the spot. They simply put them in prison. Wizards weren't even forbidden from practicing magic. They simply had to do it under supervision. But with Aurilu, everything went wrong. The witch managed to reach out to Daskari directly from the fortress where she was being held, and then served up her country on a silver platter to the lords of the abyss. How did you manage to keep your life in the Temple of Secret? We made everyone believe that Pelora's fall was destroyed along with Sarkoris. We staged the destruction of the temple. It was 100 years ago now, but those of us who had families didn't even get to say goodbye. We couldn't let anyone from the outside world know that we were still alive and hiding in the temple. Since then, only a few of the most experienced rangers are allowed to leave the temple and go on raids. We do it secretly, pretending to be crusaders or cultists, and we go to great lengths to ensure we are not followed. So far, our tactics have been successful. We've survived here for 100 years, and I hope things continue that way. Locked up for 100 years to keep their watch, forgotten by everyone. Sounds familiar. Noticing Kater's eyes on him, Lan bows his head politely. I'm not judging. Your post, your watch. Okay, I have to go. Loris Fallguard. It's good that we can now watch the stars without distraction. The temple used to conduct funeral ceremonies. They were always very tiresome. Monadic Deva. Ring's brother. Okay. The hell? Okay. So I can't... You're kidding me. I don't think I can access... Oh wait, no. This might be it. The entrance. Save. Just sort. Alright, with this I should be able to find it. Alright, yep, here it is. Now I just go around and kill a bunch of undead.
Rely on me.
Alright. Your spell should last long enough.
Together we stand.
Oh, right. There's another thing I got. When I beat the whole Winter Sun thing, I got the Ward Master's Amulet. Which I should really double check what this does. Let's see. This amulet makes all ward abilities and spells, those which have the word ward in their names, grant a +1 additional armor class and become extended as though using the extended spell feat. So I'm gonna put that on because
Shocking barrier.
I have a lot of spells that have the word ward in it, I think. Yeah, ward against evil communal, ward against harm. And so if each of these increases it, so first my armor class is 28, so I cast ward against weakness. My armor class is now 29, so now we cast ward against harm, and with that, okay, no, they're not stacking. Let me try ward against impurity. Alright, yeah. The +1 AC applies only to one of them. Alright, aside from that, don't think I have to worry about much. Undead can't really do much after you remove the ability to level drain, right?
A bright future awaits us.
I will not falter.
Alright, then I'll have...
Unless they got death touch.
Let me help.
that would be a problem.
40 thing and you just... What the?
Protection from evil communal.
Let us not hesitate.
And... let's see, I just cast Archon's Aura. What else is there to cast?
Praise the sun.
There's usually something else. I honestly can't remember what spell I was thinking of. Oh well. Oh right, okay, no, I got it. Bark Skin. Cast Bark Skin on Sealand or Horse. Because they are no longer wearing like the natural armor bonus amulets. Alright, Mage Armor is now on Milkshake and you.
The goddess protects us.
Yeah, what other... I know I have other buff spells for Socio, I just don't remember what they are.
Communal.
Alright, I remember now. Protection from energy, but like... I don't know what spells to expect from them. There's a Sword of Ice, so I guess protection from ice. And protection from fire. I don't have that, but... Death Ward, thank you for reminding me. The main reason I cast Death Ward before, it gives immunity to negative damage. That's why it was such a big deal of a spell.
Why is the breath working on this?
Yeah,
oh,
there was a death dragon that did a breath attack on everyone, and then it just didn't do nothing. Oh. So how do you sell loot in Illusionera? Because I have lots of it. So let me think. As soon as you go into the first tavern, that guy, you can sell to that guy. After the storyline, I think there's like a storyline event first, but essentially, like he's who you go to. Yeah, he's a bartender. But you gotta wait till you go in there. Until then, you're stuck. Like, when you're just exploring the outside of the mines and whatnot, you cannot sell to nobody. You gotta wait till you get first. You gotta get into Illusionera, then you gotta like navigate that really confusing ass layout. But once you get into the first thing, you're
No
fine.
reason to pause.
All right, mount the horse. Good job, Sela. All right, there's undead, so veil of positive energy,
Una Adayana.
and then bestow grace. And you cast hurricane bow.
I will lend you my aid.
I don't think you need to. Everyone's good. Wait, you got burst of glory. How long does that last? For a few rounds. Okay, so nope, we're good.
Stand ready.
We are good to go. Everything is tip top. Oh wait,
Leash.
you know what? Hold on. Cast bark skin on yourself. And you know, I used to underestimate bark skin because the amulets of natural armor were a thing. But then I saw all these other amulets that do extra effects, and I'm like, now I see the value of that. Freeing up the amulet space to be used for something aside from armor class is really good. So I cast it on you. Socio doesn't really need it. And the Solutionaire doesn't need it either. I don't have any other amulets. Alright, well, whatever. Let's get ready to go.
Godspeed.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Do not hold back.
Corpulent specters. Oh, whoa. You know what? Look at all these undead. What does this party do? Sela, use channel energy damage undead. Socio, use channel energy damage undead. Oh, well, move up and then use it. Alright, use that. And then Mendel, use channel energy damage undead. Alright, they're done. It's a field full of undead. There's no way. A dead man wearing ancient ornate armor and a golden crown. He clutches a long sword. Pick up the sword. And the undead talks. Oh wait, what's this guy doing? Ragnar, stop! Ragnar is breathing heavily, and his face is red with exertion. He's holding a two-handed sword, but the weapon is obviously too heavy for him. The tip of the sword wavers as he holds the blade in his trembling hands. Wait! I have to kill him myself! Ragnar takes up a fighting stance, but he has clearly had no training. He shifts his weight uncertainly, and his knees are shaking. So you're responsible for this? Well, I had a hunch that he might rise again. Usually after death, the undead simply decompose, but I was told this corpse was just lying there like nothing happened. So I decided to try and fight him. I followed you and, well, here I am. Stay back, it's too dangerous. Ragnar lowers his sword. He looks bitterly disappointed. You sound like our guards. Fine, whatever you say.
They will break against our resolve.
Was I supposed to let him fight? Nah, probably not. So and then use it. Alright. This is gonna be a blowout. Oh shit, he moves fast.
I can still fight.
Wow.
Let us press on.
Got him. Alright, let's see. It's got full plate armor, +3. Belt of Mighty Constitution, +4. Amulet, +3. +3 Ring of Protection. +3 belt. A great sword, the Rage of Ice.
Frostbolt.
It's just a +1. Huh. So I left. Well preserved. Greater Frost. When it hits, it deals an extra 2d6 cold damage. And then when the wielder is raging or under the effects of the rage spell, the weapon enhancement is +2 better than normal. Honestly, that's not bad. Wait. Now my party of 6 is in the Abyss. I'm looking forward to the adventures I'll be having there.
We will win this war.
Alright. Don't rush out of it. I made that mistake. Apparently everyone wants to have a companion quest in the Abyss. But you can clear if you considering you already went through it faster than I can get to it, I'm gonna let you know. You can very easily lose out on all the companion quests. 2d8. 2d8 what? What, the Rage of Ice? Did I read that wrong? Oh shit, you're right, I read that wrong. It's 2d8. Oh, damn. Oh, Barbarian. I'm gonna make it a Great Sword Barbarian. Alright, let's talk to Ragnar. Maybe he'll get over it. What were you thinking, kid? Ragnar nods at you. Has your road of adventures brought you back to me? I don't think I should give you the dead man's sword. You know what? I don't really care about the sword or about the history of Sarkoris. It's gone. It was razed to the ground. The dead chieftains have risen up to fight against their own people. The stargazers who once advised them are now holed up in caves like rats, afraid to set foot outside. I want to fight. No one's ever taught me, but I'm a Kelid, and every Kelid is a warrior. The guards refused to let me outside. I had hoped that I could go out with you and fight the enemy, but after watching you in battle, I realized I wouldn't stand a chance. I'm not a real warrior. Looks like I'll be slaving over constellation charts forever. The stargazer gives a mirthless chuckle. Thank you for talking me out of fighting. The walking undead would tear me apart in no time. You could ask Kater to let you join the guard. You don't think I've asked? I'm under strict orders not to put myself in danger. Eliandra says I'm one of the most gifted stargazers and my talent is needed here. And Kater...
Oh my goodness, yo!
Ragnar snorts contemptuously. He always says I'm too young. Too young! And that's just it. The curse of this place. We don't get old. We don't get sick. We don't change. It's always the same conversations and jokes, the same arguments, the same food, and the same schedule. Those who arrived here when they were old are still old, and those who came when they were young are still young. A guard can't become a stargazer even if he studies hard and shows tremendous talent. Likewise, a stargazer can't become a guard no matter how much he wants to wield a weapon. Everything must remain as it was on the first day of our imprisonment. And that's the way things are. Everything is always the same. Ragnar shakes his head sadly. Our bodies are healthy, but our souls are dying. My soul is dying. Training at night is the only thing that keeps me going. I've been trying to master the techniques used by the guards when they fought, but I'm not very good. Not that anything will come of it, of course. It's all useless. Nothing ever changes in this damn place. I wish I could make a barbarian, but there's something of a severe lack of stereotypical character portraits in this game. That's true. There's the only like barbarian like portraits would be the characters that are in Kingmaker. And there's only like 2 of them. Yeah, that's a really good point. Almost every dude that looks like they're wielding a greatsword is clearly a knight, at the or a fighter or something.
Paladin!
Yeah, someone holding armor.
Boom! Sweet.
And 2 of them are already associated with a character portrait, so I don't know how, like from the previous games. So I don't know how you feel
you're
about
a woman.
that. Yeah, there's that one half-orc one.
Yeah. That cool.
All right. Technically, you could pick someone who looks like a very well-dressed gentleman. Just say they just have a chip on their shoulder. Why are they a barbarian? Well, the business fell through. That'll piss you off. All right. I will speak to Kater. I will speak with Kater. I don't think he will be indifferent to your suffering. Yeah. Ragnar shakes his head. There's no point. Kater is just like the rest of us. He doesn't change. I have to go. It must be nice to have somewhere to go. Damn. Damn. The problems, immortal struggles.
Right. You get to die. You get to die.
Yo, that's pretty dark. Alright, let's see. Where Kater's right there. Save. I can save over here. Save over this one. Alright, Kater. We need to talk. Kater's gaze is clear and direct as he greets you. I'm listening. I want to discuss Ragnar the Stargazer. Kater chuckles grimly. Whenever I hear the name Ragnar, I expect another tearful plea to let him enlist. Is that why you're here too? Why don't you want to give him a chance? Because I was young once and lived on dreams. Kater chuckles grimly, but there's a wistful look in his eyes. And also because a talented stargazer is more useful to us than a fighter. After all, we are here at Pelora's Fall to gain knowledge from the stars. That's the primary goal of our work. I could chaotic and bluff. That is, say he's a born warrior. He killed an undead before my very eyes. Or 22. Damn, I should really remember to re-equip. Okay, so whenever I'm not in combat, I should really remember to equip that the amulet that increases my persuasion. Alright. Diplomacy. Ragnar is suffering. He has the soul of a warrior, and he will waste away if he cannot follow the path his heart desires. Alright, I need a 5. I need a 5. Come on, game. Diplomacy. I did it. Got 17. Alright. Kater hesitates, though he tries to remain stern. You get the feeling it's mostly for show. I agree. He says, at least, to give the boy a chance. He may join as a new recruit and begin his training. Alejandra will probably not be happy that I've allowed one of our stargazers to be distracted from stargazing, but she is too soft to object. It is settled, then. I won't let Ragnar leave these walls until he proves himself ready. The call of one's heart is a serious matter, but such calls often fade after daily drills and a few painful blisters.
Yeah.
Have to go. Alright. And then we tell Ragnar the good news. The suffering of someone who's stuck.
At least in time.
Alright, now if it gave me the option, I would give him the sword. But not before. Ragnar nods at you. Hezura. Oh, yeah. Alright, I spoke with Kater. He is ready to take you on as a new recruit. Really? But how did you convince him? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Ragnar can barely contain his excitement. Alright, I have to focus. I can't let you and Kater down. I will start training immediately. Thank you, you've given me a second chance at life, and I'll never forget it. Alright, let's go. It's nice to have someone to go. Alright.
At least you get to die.
That is his complaint, yeah. Well, there. I helped him out. Let's see, Teriel, I need to go check out the tree. So I gotta go to the stone tree and the temple of Gorum, and to go outside and fight a bunch of undead.
Okay.
Yep. Those undead ain't gonna kill themselves. Well, maybe they will, but not with my build. It's funny, you might think enchantment isn't all that powerful, but when you manage to hold a monster or drive it insane, it really pays off. Oh, did you do dominate monster? Shoot him. Makes us get close to the heavens. Blast him again. He's not there yet. Okay, he's there. Oh wait. Shoot the horse. Don't worry, it's healing them. It looks like it could be an attack, and it's supposed to be if I hit enemies. But the problem is, if I try to go for enemies, it's a ranged touch attack, and so it's therefore based on dex. So for me, it only works as like a bonus heal. But that's still good. There's a 9th level spell, I don't have that yet. No. Hold, wait, dominate monsters in 9th level? I thought it was 6, or am I thinking of a different game? It starts hold person at level 2, then I think hold monster is level 4, dominate person is level 5, and then dominate monster is level 6, right? At least that's what I thought it was. But hell, I guess I'm wrong. How long does Death Ward last anyway? 7 minutes. Okay.
I will guide us.
There is a knowledge world check. Whoop, that's safe.
It's just not my lucky day.
There's no such thing as an unlucky day when it comes to skill checks in my runs. Nope, dominate monster is a level 9 spell. Damn, that sucks. Well, dominate person is still a neat spell, but fuck, I really thought dominate monster was lower than that. Is it just for bards that it's a 9th level spell, and another class has it at a lower level spell? Alright, what is the difficulty of this check anyway? 25. Yeah, I can do this.
This was simple enough.
Yeah. Remnants of a ship that once bore a Sarkorian chieftain on their final journey. Okay.
The real boss.
And it's not even that good compared to Holt Monster Mass. Oh shit, I leveled up from that. Thank you. Alright, well,
Now die by the chief.
later. What? Actually, considering the time, we'll stop it here. Bards don't even get Dominate Monster. You kidding me? Bards, the main thing about them is their enchantment spells. Alright, so if you don't get Dominate Monster, what kind of level 9 spells do you get? Like Power... Well, no, Power Word Stun's lower level than that, I think. Oh well. This... Oh. Oh, right, 12th levels. There's a stat increase. She gains Major Healing, Hex, and Hellfire Ray. Alright, so she has the ability to cast 6th level spells now. Alright, cool.
The struggles never cease.
Arushale. Just stick with Espionage Expert. Raised her dex. Okay. Complete. Okay. Overwhelming Presence at level 6. Bard. Oh, wait. So, bards only get up to 6th level spells? Is that right? Huh.
The goddess protects us.
Alright. You go over to Bard. Right. Save before anything else. Oh, I can actually just check this with
ready.
Mendel. Real quick, just go over to Bard. It'll show me the tree. Max level Bard gets, yeah, up to 6th level spells. The hell? So the only way to cast Dominate or Dominate Monster is to be an enchantment wizard or some other 9th level caster?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which is known as
I will
Old
lend you
Cast.
my aid.
Alright.
Arcanus.
He's raising his wisdom. Okay. That's it? Just wisdom goes up? 12th level cleric doesn't get much else, huh? Oh shit, yeah. 12th level wizard doesn't get much else. Just the level up. And then some spell slots. Okay. Well, it's bad enough.
Rely on me.
Alright, Seela. Level up. Paladin. Go up. Right. Because of what I did, Seela is indeed leveled up manually. So the question is, do I raise her charisma or strength?
Where is it at?
Well, her charisma's at 17, so we can make it an 18. Her strength is 22. Her dex is 13, but I've been giving her heavy armor, so that ain't gonna be much. And her wisdom is 13 for whatever reason. I swear I haven't touched it. Charisma is my vote.
Yeah.
Heimdall has given a
think
vote.
She's looking forward to a combat maneuver that no one's gonna give her.
Yeah, I could take the time to invest into the long part of the game and in 4 levels I'll raise another stat, but okay. Makes her spells better and boosts her spell slots too. Alright, for the spell slots, I guess. Because, to be perfectly honest, I'm not going to use any spell that Seele could get that would care about, her charisma stat. She just buffs. She just self-buffs for the most part. Raise her mobility. I've been raising her mobility because mounted combat. It's really helped out.
Okay.
Let's see, what else? Don't have to raise her trickery anymore. Raise her knowledge world, because I've been using her knowledge world checks. I raised her trickery because I didn't have Richelieu in my party until late. Now, I don't really need anything else, so...
You could have had the psychopath.
Yeah, I'm not having her. Paladins don't need that many spell slots. I barely use any spells on my paladin. Yeah. Some really good spells. No, Heimdall, no one's going to argue that paladins have good spells, but you usually only cast them once, and they will usually last for,
The whole thing.
like, most of the dungeon crawl, if not the entirety of it. Let's see, what else do I have? There's no real stats for me to give her. Or, like, what skill to focus on. Knowledge world, mobility, her arcana is abysmal compared to others. I could give her persuasion, but I'm not using that much either. She's kind of useless any other skill wise, so I guess I'll just keep leveling up trickery. Alright, now this is what matters. She gains a mercy with her lay on hands, so now I gotta figure out which one of these to go for. She can remove blind, curse, dazed, diseased.
Disease now?
Yeah, she can remove disease now, exhausted. Or, I'm sorry, she can get fatigued, not exhausted.
Get rid of disease and curse.
I can only pick one. Paralyzed. How many times can I get this? Let's see. In another 4 levels, I can raise it up. I can get it again. See, I'd pick them all, personally. Lay on hands has the potential to remove practically anything. Right now, it removes sickened, staggered, and confused. So, you say get rid of what one?
Disease. Or curse.
Disease or curse? Well, let's see. I can't choose petrified, so yeah, okay. Sure, why not? Get rid of curses. Always go for fatigue. Lay on Red Bull. No.
I'm all ears.
Alright. Level up. Lon. Go for the Zen Archer Monk. Raise his strength from 19 to 20. Pick the same skills you've been had. And then what else? A key power, right. These are usually not all that great. Let's see.
Keep shouting.
Key
Keep
power.
there.
Alright, key power. Poison is a melee touch attack. Diamond body immunity gains immunity to poisons of all kinds. Bark Skin, don't need it. Key Power, Abundant Step. Basically just cast Dimension Door for himself only. Restoration. Let's see. 2 key points to dispel temporary negative levels or 1 permanent negative level. That's not bad. Restoration cures all temporary ability damage and restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score. It also eliminates any fatigue or exhaustion suffered by the target. Well, shit. And then Spit Venom is just the poison, but no, it's worse. It blinds for only 1 round. Fuck you too. And then True Strike. Okay, so clearly it's either Diamond Body or Restoration, but Restoration's going to come up way more. Poison exists in the game. Now, I'm not going to argue that, but ability drain, level drain, ability damage, ability drain, and fatigue and exhaustion all exist way more often and come up way more in this game. So we're going to get that. Now, why couldn't I get the Cold Power Strike thing? Diamond Soul gives the monk spell resistance. Quivering Palm is a melee touch attack. Alright, so we move on. Restoration.
I will not falter.
Alright. Purifier. Continue on. Alright, so it asked me what stat I'm going to raise. I'm obviously going to raise Charisma because it's the only odd score I have. Plus, I just removed that necklace that was giving me a +2 bonus, so to my persuasion check, so I kind of need to make up for that. Alright, increase my nature, religion, and persuasion. And then it asks me for what new 6th level spell am I grabbing? Undeaf to Death, which needs Diamond Dust, which I have plenty of Diamond Dust to be honest. Let's see, summon a huge elemental. Inflict wounds mass. Probably not. What should I grab? Banishment, Bear's Endurance, mass? No. Blade Barrier. Blessing of Luck and Resolve mass. Bull Strength mass. Chains of Light. Cold Ice Strike. I'm actually kind of at a loss here. What should I get? Cure Moderate Wounds mass is cute, but it ain't really saying much at this level. Isn't there a ring you can buy for +5 persuasion? No, there's a ring I can get for... Wait. No, I think you're right, there is. No. I thought Conman's ring, but I think it said perception and... Don't you get all cure spells anyway? No, that's a misunderstanding. Let's see, I think. Not exactly sure. If I choose the life domain, I get spells, but I don't get all the heal. I don't get the cure wound spells. I get the heal and heal mass, but it's not cure wounds. Let me see. Is there anything here that says I get all the cure spells? Maybe there was a revelation that gave him. Like if you choose the life domain, plague doesn't give me anything either. Yeah. Maybe there's a witch thing that gives all the cure spells, but no. Let's see, Sin Eater. Alright. Anyway, so back to where I was picking a spell. 6 level spells. So I could choose that. I didn't even get. No, I got Dispel Magic. I guess I could just get Greater Dispel Magic. But avoiding heal spell. Did I get. I stopped after Cure Critical Wounds. I didn't get any of the mass cure spells. After heal, I kind of figured that's kind of it. That's like the ultimate heal spell. Inflict wounds mass. I'm not interested in that. Let me think. Hellfire Ray is a ranged touch attack spell, so it's an elemental assessor, so those are out. Create Undead. I'm not about that. Let me think. What does Eagle Soul do? Call forth a surge of holy power, which grants you following benefits: +2 sacred bonus to armor class, +4 sacred bonus to strength, plus resistance 5. Yeah, okay. Non-good spellcasters can cast this spell, but doing so causes them to be sickened for the spell's duration. Ah. In the beginning, you could choose all cure or all inflict spells. It's an oracle, trust me. If it's something I know, it's oracle. Alright. Then I guess there's no point in worrying about it. So, Inspiring Recovery. Let's see. Inspiring Recovery can even bring a party member back to life. Should probably choose this then, right? Creatures killed by death effects cannot be revived this way. And damages undead. Alright. And heals up for a total of 10. Can do up to 10d8 healing. Let's see. The target has to die within 2 rounds. If you cast this spell at a creature whose total is at negative amount less than floor, it comes back to life and stabilizes. My total. If you awaken a dead creature in this way, all allies get a +2 morale bonus for a minute thereafter. So the choice is between Eagle Soul and Inspiring Recovery. Well, this is the recovery. This is the healer's run to recovery. That's why I named the stream. So Inspiring Recovery is kind of in the name. Let's go for it. All right.
I will
About
resist.
Chains of Life for some holy BDSM. No. It's pretty good as well. Or Dispel Greater.
Together we
We're
stand.
kind of at that point where there's like a lot of good options. I just have to buckle down and pick one. Like, let's see. This one is a D8 per caster level. So, because I picked the angel path, if I'm ever going to use anything for damage, it will be Bolt of Justice and never Inspiring Recovery. Although it can deal damage to undead, it just doesn't. It doesn't match up. Done. Right. Another funeral thing.
Can't hide from me.
Oh, another funerary dagger. I'll look at them all later. Prude. I'm not a prude for not taking Chains of Light. Here, you can have Sociel take Chains of Light. I already gave him Chains of Light. There. You have that guy do. That guy can do all that stuff. I don't have to. Oh, crap, I forgot. The horse leveled up. Nah. Milkshake. Animal companion. Goes up. I can raise his dex up by 1. Horror's intelligence. Zach. Gonna choose the dex. Flex and mobility. And there you go.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Oh. Ah, crap. He's gonna get to move before everybody else. Everyone else run. Run. Oh. Never mind. He's targeting the Shadow Demon.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Now we can pretend we're brave. Oh man, the Shadow Demon's immune to all the attacks. This is great. Okay, now a bunch of undead have shown up. Cleansing Flame. Alright, that's it.
Did you see that?
Why won't you just enjoy your life? Have sex with succubi, kill a dude in cold blood, become undead, live a little. Your dedication to Ergophoa is commendable, but that doesn't mean I have to go along with it. I'll do it on another playthrough. And after all, Dragoon Lady wants to run that anyway.
What, evil?
Specifically a cleric of Ergophoa. She did it on a whim, and then she met J-Fall. And then she was all for it.
Let us press on.
She made an undead character?
Well, she doesn't like the combat of the game, but she likes the story options that can be made.
Defeat is not an option.
You are lacking.
Alright. More funerary daggers. Let's see. The shape of the stone resembles a tall, thin tree, and its surface feels like the texture of tree bark. A tombstone engraved with the following epitaph: Kater, a Sarkorian ranger. He walked many paths, but the last one led him to Pharasma's boneyard. Alright. So I think that was another one. That's the one for Terrio, who thinks he's running off to meet some chick. Okay. Oh, found another funerary dagger. Alright.
That is quite a discovery.
And another.
Will prevail.
Oh, and a white. Just nuked him.
Can't hide from me.
Oh wait, no, this is just an old doll. A wooden doll with the wood has darkened with age, but the word Ran can still be seen, carved crookedly into its side. Van Hell's Day. Note found on the shrine. Okay. Alright, that's everything over here, I think. So now I guess we go over here.
We march ahead.
Alright, these undead are getting up, so
I will see this through.
I'm gonna get ready to cast another spell. Radiant Ground, just because I can. What's the point of having big, powerful spells if you can't cast them? Awesome. More funerary daggers and one more.
Thank you for inviting me on this journey. Risking life and limb, facing countless dangers. Perhaps I shouldn't thank you.
Alright. Save. Go up. Oh, there's a bunch of ghosts. We'll cast Cleansing Flames. What are you doing? Get on the damn horse. Alright.
They will break against our resolve.
What the? Earth Elementals. These aren't evil. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm only just discovering demon spells. Gotta say, not impressed. The powers of evil versus the powers of good. They never stood a chance. Yeah, I have to feel bad about that. Okay. Let me see. Bolt of Justice does do damage to neutral characters, so we're not completely screwed. Sake of argument, cast prayer. Damn. These holy spells kick ass. Alright, torn out pages from the Sarkorian book.
Our path leads on.
Alright, there's nothing here. What exactly do the demon spells look like anyway? It's cool to be able to transform into demons, but when you're a spellcaster and pretty much every demon requires you to be in melee, kind of a waste. Ah. That wouldn't exactly track very well. Alright, did I get 21 daggers? Let's see. So, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8, 16, 18. Okay. So, I'm missing a few. Guess we're somewhere down here. Nope. Pretty sure I come through this entire map.
Something over there.
Oh, there we go. What was the perception check for this? 30. Alright, so if I have land cover...
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Alright, use 7 speed. Get on it. Get on. He's got the highest perception, so he should be able to find everything. If the DC really is just a 30 at the worst. Pretty sure he has more than that.
What's over there?
Let's see.
Tread lightly.
Comb through the whole place.
What's that noise?
Damn.
I'll see to your request.
Don't think there's any more that I can find. I'm not saying they're not here on the map. I'm saying I failed all the checks that could have been made, or all the perception checks that could have been made to find them.
I'm curious.
Alright. Let's just go back to Dolores Fall. Alright. There. Oh shit, it's way later than I originally planned. Alright, we'll turn in the quest at another time. Thank you all for joining me on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I hope to see you all, tomorrow. And until then, please, take care. Although I might be able to play something else later tonight. I don't know yet. But yeah, see you. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming, Heimdall. Actually, thank you